Philadelphia is reportedly willing to give DeSean Jackson his walking papers if the team cannot find a trade partner. Again, this goes back to the cap issue. I mean, I don't think cap room is any kind of an issue really right now. It's just, I guess, a matter of other teams. Would they be willing to pay DeSean Jackson $11 million or whatnot? The stories last week were that DeSean Jackson, besides not fitting in with the locker room environment, would teams really want to pay? The Eagles apparently said that they want at least a third-round draft pick for DeSean Jackson. I guess between his baggage, I guess that, again, this propaganda, if you want to go baggage, I mean, we don't know. I mean, the bottom line is Chip Kelly's the coach of the team, and he knows best. The only thing is, he doesn't really tell us, I guess. I mean, he hasn't. Nobody's really addressed the situation besides, I guess, this photo post of DeSean Jackson. One thing, and I guess Howie Roseman saying that, DeSean Jackson is still a part of this team or whatever. But anyways, if you go to this photo, I mean, it's a picture of, I guess, Chip Kelly on a practice field, running with holding in his right hand this like yellow padded stick or something. I don't know. It might be something you want to go check out yourself, but yeah, I don't know exactly what it means. Good to talk to Big Chip today. Say or hear what you want. The picture speaks for itself. Winner Bird Gang. I don't know exactly what it means, what this picture means or whatever. But when it comes to Chip Kelly, I mean, I guess the bottom line is, he knows the most about coaching the team than we do. And I guess if he doesn't, despite the production he had last season and despite the production he could, continue to have. I mean, he's 27 years old. He's at the peak of his career. If Chip Kelly, thinks that it's better to let him, to not have him on this team, then I guess it's, that's for him to decide and for us to just kind of ponder for the most part. Now, the thing is, there is, a possible backlash, which I kind of mentioned earlier. Say DeSean Jackson does go to the Carolina Panthers or the San Francisco 49ers. But guess what? Both of those teams are in the Eagles' schedule next year, and obviously, neither one of them will be easy games to win. Certainly, a lot of people might ahead of check those off as two losses when you go through the schedule. But it's when you play them too, not just who you play. But if DeSean Jackson, and say one of those games really means something, and DeSean Jackson burns the Eagles or whatever, everybody knows what fans are going to be saying. They're, like, oh, see, you shouldn't have gotten rid of DeSean Jackson. Now look what happened, and this and that. And if things don't go well, a lot of people are going to be pointing the finger back at Chip Kelly and are really going to be, critical. I mean, it's a big risk, without question. And, again, I mean, your thoughts are invited on the Facebook page. We got my buddy Wayne checking in, one of the regular listeners to this show. He says the reasons for trading DeSean Jackson are attitude and not stepping up as a locker room leader. And yeah, I mean, definitely that's, definitely one of the main ideas that have been floating around. He had the argument, what was it, in the Minnesota game with one of the coaches, and some game, maybe it was the one Giants game where the Eagles, for the most part, had Matt Barkley in that game because Nick Foles was out and Michael Vick pulled his hamstring. What was it? Maybe for the second time. DeSean Jackson kind of just sitting there on the bench, looking down at the ground, and like a little pity party or something. Again, I mean, Jackson does have his baggage, and it's just a matter of, is it enough in Chip Kelly's eyes for them to get to part ways with DeSean Jackson. Not only that, I mean, of course you got this deep wide receiver core that's coming up in the draft that they could easily replace with they could make a replacement for DeSean Jackson.